Ladies and gentlemen, here we go again. This is a story that came out November 16th, 2018 in the Seattle Times. Unwanted subject. What led a Kirkland yogurt shop to call police on a black man? We know it takes little to nothing for these folks to falsify some fake fantasy incident in their head and pick up the phone and call the police over a bunch of nothing. You know, one thing I'm grateful that we have social media and these behaviors are now being exposed more than ever before. And I think a lot of people tend to believe these folks over black people, but now the tables are finally turning. I hear from quite a few people overseas that I have subscribed to me that will let me know, they are shocked at what they see. And they didn't realize white Americans act this way. And no, ladies and gentlemen, before the trolls come and write that few people stuff, stop lying about that. This ain't no few people doing this. These things are occurring everywhere. They occur on jobs every single day. They occur out in public every single day. These are not isolated incidents. These are everyday incidents in America. These are not individual things. This is a very collective group thing that has been going on for centuries in America. Black means suspicious. This is why, all over the world, people used to believe white good, black bad. Now it's kind of shifting. It's not quite that like that anymore. Now people are taking notice to a lot of these things that are happening. The videos are out there and these videos are being viewed worldwide. So it's not like it's only happening in only a small local area is seeing it. No, the entire planet is seeing these videos. And their opinion about these folks ain't all that good anymore. I think they had everybody fooled because, see, they owned the media and controlled the propaganda. On social media, it's not quite as easy for them to control the kind of stuff that goes out. It's a little tougher because, number one, you got millions of people. Even if they target one or two YouTube channels, it's not enough to stop what's going out. I mean, look, when I lost my first channel, y'all, they tried to do a massive attack on several YouTube channels at once. And every single person that they launched this attack on are all back on here. So what good did it do? Oh boy. Can't cure stupid, y'all. But let's get into this story. When I play the 911 call for Brian Ragland, the emergency call about him, I study his face. I expect that maybe he'll get angry. Instead, he looks sad. When it ends 3 minutes, he sits back across the table and his eyes mist up a bit. What's my reaction? He said. After I asked, my reaction is that this was just another Wednesday. It was a week ago, Wednesday, when Ragland was sitting at Manchi's, the frozen yogurt franchise of Northeast 124th Street in Kirkland. Ragland, 31, who is both a court-appointed special advocate and a visitation supervisor. So his job is to oversee meetings between kids and parents who have lost custody of them. That's what he was doing at the store. He was supervising an outing between a mother and her 12-year-old son. The boy wanted ice cream, so the three drove to Manchi's, arrived together, and had been sitting there for about an hour and a half, visiting the Raglan lookup to find two police officers standing at the table. They asked me to leave, Raglan said. They asked for my ID. They told me the manager had been watching me and wanted me to move along. Raglan did move along, he says, though that phrase, as if he were a stray dog, made him, yeah, that is kind of insulting, you know? And as usual, the police don't try to find out what's going on. They see black, they assume you're wrong in something. And, you know, instead, you notice they did not ask him, what are you doing here? He could have told them he was on a supervised visit. But you see what they asked for, ID, and then told him to move along. I tell you what, these cops are not very good at showing up at the scene and asking correct questions. I think a child at this point could show up at the scene and ask better questions than these professional, so-called professional police officers. Because I have to question their professionalism. Okay, so in fact, he was legally required to be there overseeing the mother and her son. Raglan had two associates, a female and a male juvenile, with him, who stated they were with him for visitation. The report says they were asked to leave anyway, and they did. Store employees told me that he had been in the store for a while and did not buy anything, and he was not making them feel comfortable. Well, you know what? Let's just put that to rest. It is not Black people's job to make white people feel comfortable. I've heard that line from white people many times. Oh, I'm not comfortable. That's not our job to make you feel comfortable. If you need to be comfortable, maybe you should be the one to leave. And if you're not in a position to leave, then you need to seek out some psychological help on why, when Black people come around, you feel uncomfortable. You deal with those issues. Stop trying to put those issues on other people. You got the issue, you get help. Plain and simple. It is not my place to make a white person feel comfortable. Okay, y'all need to get over yourself already. The employees were both thankful that Raglan was gone. Okay, so what did he do that was so awful other than sit at a table to supervise a mother and 12-year-old son? I mean, seriously, Raglan is a 9-year veteran of the U.S. Air Force, a staff sergeant who served as a jet engine mechanic in Turkey, Germany, and Qatar. He is also currently a psychology student at the University of Washington, Tacoma. Of course, I have not yet mentioned another defining feature about Raglan is that, at least in this story, seems to him to be all anybody can see. He's Black. And it doesn't matter if you serve in the military. We've had several people that served in the military that had the cops called on them, and they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. And like I said, you don't have to do anything wrong out in public for these people to call the cops on you. They're all deputized, and believe they are our overseers. They're all our overseers. So let's listen to this lame ass, useless phone call, wasting taxpayer money and time.
911 emergency.
Oh, I'm trying to get a hold of the Kirkland police.
We screen all of our calls for emergencies. What are you reporting?
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't catch what you said.
What are you reporting?
Oh, I own the Menchie's over at Kirkland in Washington. And my staff just called me, and I'm looking at the camera. There's this one guy who's been sitting at the corner, hasn't bought anything, has been sitting there for over 30 minutes. I'm just, they're kind of scared because he looks suspicious. He just keeps looking at the phone and looking at them.
In Kirkland, where it's at.
11308 Northeast 124th Street.
Okay, do you know if he has any weapons?
No, he just, yeah, like I said, I have all my staff are women, and they're kind of just scared. There was multiple incidents in our store before, homeless, in the restroom, and also we got robbed before. So they're just very cautious.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious if we could have somebody, police kind of
officers there and tell them to move along. Do you know what he looks like? What race he is?
He's African American, from what I can see from the camera. He's got a bonnet on and a gray or black jacket, jeans, and then looks like sneakers, black sneakers.
You said he was wearing like a hat, like a knit hat?
Yeah.
What color?
Like a bonnet. It looks black from the camera.
Okay. When you spoke to your employees, did they say if he seemed like he was under the influence at all, like any drugs?
They didn't say anything. Employee was supposed to leave, but the other employee said, just stay for a while.
Okay, yeah, and they're afraid to go speak to him and tell him to leave.
Well, they didn't really.
If they don't feel safe doing that, that's okay. And,
yeah.
And is he by himself, or is there anyone there with him?
He's by himself.
Okay.
Like I said, all he does is he kind of looks at his phone and then looks at them, looks at their phone, looks at them.
Okay, yeah. Do you want him trespassed, or do you just want him to go there and tell him to move along?
Just tell him to move along.
And what's your name?
Ramon. I own the store. Ramon. Last name Cruz. Cruz.
I'm sorry. Can you spell your last name again?
Cruz. Cruz.
Okay. Okay. We've notified the officers for you. If anything changes at all, if he starts being aggressive or anything, just call us back right away so we can update the officer.
Fantastic. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Okay. Bye bye.
Ramon Cruz is a wuss. You are the owner of this store, and some man is sitting there, and you got these scary white women up in there. Why didn't you just go up to your store and tell the guy to move along? If your employees weren't such wimps, they could have asked, are you going to order anything? I don't understand why the police had to be involved in this situation. I don't understand why the police had to be involved at all. This is beyond scary. So you mean to tell me this is 2018 and white people are still petrified of black people? So in all the centuries of living and cohabitating around each other, you still have this level of fear? Then I say the problem is definitely you. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. And fuck you, Ramon Cruz. You are a wimp. Peace, family.